Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome.
My question is from Surah Isra 17 Ayat 33. If a believer kills a non-believer, then is he to be killed, or what compensation is for him?
70 Surah.
Surah Isra 17 Ayat 33.
You see, in this lecture, I have already discussed this ayat, but I said I will. If physically killed, somebody killed physically somebody. First of all, in the Quran, there is an ayah: if a believer is being killed deliberately, there is no forgiveness. But if by mistaken you kill a believer, then there are 2 months consecutive fasting. But if it's not, the question that you are referring to is a person who is not a believer. So if you kill somebody, there are different ayahs in the Quran which says to you, if you kill somebody like that, what you have to do. I will recite one minute.
If a believer kills a non-believer,
Yeah. If the believer kills a believer,
then there is 2 months fasting.
if 2 months fast, if by mistake, if a believer kills a believer by mistake, not deliberate, then this is 2 months fasting. But if you kill somebody which is not a believer, then what Quran says to say, I will read that. Surah Baqarah 2 and Ayah 178. You see, there are certain, now we were discussing all these ayahs that were psychological killing, and if you kill somebody physically, I mean psychologically, but he was killed, finished, dead. In Surah Baqarah 2 and Ayah 178, you can note down the reference. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum alqisas fil qatla. Al-hurru bil-hurri wal-abdu bil-abdi wal-untha bil-untha. Faman ufiya lahu min akhihi shay'un فاتباع بالمعروف وأداء إليه بإحسان ذلك تخفيف من ربكم والرحمة فمن اعتدى بعد ذلك فله عذاب أليم ولكم في القصاص hayatunya يا أولي الألباب لعلكم tattaqoon. O believe, the relationship in killing is written over you. The free is with the free, the slave is with the slave, and the female is with the female, and who is forgiven by the brother of the killed, the grant any reasonable demand and compensate him with a handsome gratitude. This is a concession and a mercy from your Lord. After this, whosoever exceeds the limits, then for him is a painful punishment. And for you there is a life in the qisas or relationship of, O men of understanding, that you may take guard. Now generally in the world, if somebody kills somebody, like for example in the world what is being practiced, especially I don't know in the rural areas, if I kill somebody's wife, so that man will kill my wife. Such a nonsensical idea. If I have killed somebody, he must kill me, he will kill my wife. If I kill the daughter, he will kill my daughter. What my daughter has to do about it? That's wrong practice going on. First of all, Allah says in the ayahs that Allah has written down on you is qisas. Qisas means a relationship of the womb. First is al-hurru bil-hurri, who is a free man, free person. Then if you have to see what is his status, how much he was, how many children he have, how much status. You can ask a money in compensation for that person who is being killed. If he was a free man, whatever status is, you ask money, blood money for it. And if he was an abd or a servant, then according to his status. And if she was a female or female unsa, then according to her need and requirement, you have to ask blood money from the killer. And this is known as qisas. This qisas has come from the root word qasasa, means relationship. It has to develop a relationship. So and whoever exceeds this, he will have punishment. And Allah says, Walakum fil qisasi haya. Ya ulil albab la'allakum tattaqoon. and there is a life in taking qasas or taking blood money or for in this relationship. Because if it is not going to happen, if somebody kill me, then I'm hiring somebody to kill the fellow. So if somebody kills me, then my people kill him, and still killing is going on. So Allah stop. You say you take qasas, blood money. Because who gives death? Who is the giver of death? Finally Allah. You must understand, it is any killing done in the world is by the permission of Allah. Because the shaitan has granted permission to kill someone, to somebody. He will not be forgiven on the day of judgment. He has to ask forgiveness from Allah because he has committed a wrong act in the nearness of God. But in this world, to keep peace and harmony, Allah is asking to take blood money for his, according to his status. There is one more ayat which is mentioned in the Quran, Al-Ma'idah 5 verse 45. You can write down, and this is the Torah. وَكَتَبْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ فِيهَا أَنَّ النَّفْسَ بِالنَّفْسِ وَالْعَيْنَ بِالْعَيْنِ وَالْأَنْفَ بِالْأَنْفِ وَالْأُذُنَ بِالْأُذُنِ وَالسِّنَّ بِالسِّنِّ وَالْجُرُوحَ قِصَاص فَمَنْ تَصَدَّقَ بِهِ فَهُوَ كَفَّارَةٌ لَهُ وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. We have written in the Torah the law on them, that is, the soul is with the soul, an eye is with an eye, and a nose with a nose, and an ear is with an ear, and a tooth is with a tooth. There is a relationship of the wounds, physical injuries or hurt or feelings. Say who gives charity with it, he has atonement or amendment is for him, and who does not govern with what Allah has revealed, then they are zalimun, oppressors. Now this is also similar. If somebody has taken the soul, he has killed someone, you don't have to kill, you take again blood money. And if somebody's eyes, if I've broken somebody's eyes, I've injured somebody's eyes, what you have to do, if you can replace somebody's eye, you replace the eye. Nowadays you can replace the eye. Tooth can be replaced, but not the real one. Tooth can be replaced, nose can be replaced, there are artificial, but you can't, you have to give that. And ear is with the ear can be replaced. Not the real one, but artificial. You have to give the compensation. You don't have to chop off that ear. The Quran does not say that if you break my tooth, I break your tooth. You have to give a compensation, the qisas. And then tooth is for tooth. And there is a relation of the wounds. If I have hurted you psychologically, for that I have to give compensation. Physical injuries or hurt otherwise. This is not only I have only these. Somebody has hurted my feelings. So I have to do some compensation. Not only sorry, more than that, where the person is healed. You have to give compassion. Allah does not allow to take revenge. Simple, if you understand simply, if I read the Quran and I follow the Quran, you abuse me, I abuse you back. How will you think? Come on. You say, Mama Shaykh, you such a pious person, you read the Quran, you are abusing. So if somebody kills me or somebody kills my brother, I kill him, is it equal? No, Allah does not allow you this. Allah only allows compensation, qisas. So people have got this wrong concept of the idea that if you kill my brother, I kill your brother. If you kill my wife, I kill your wife. And I'm surprised by people are reading these ayahs and they are taking the vengeance, and the vengeance is going on all over the world. Allah has given you the concept of qisas. And in Arabic, the word ufiya means, it's a majur word. It should be forgiven. Forgiven here in the world. What happens in the near and the after, that's something else. And for the believer, if I open that ayah for the believer in Surah Nisa 4:92. In this it says, وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنَ أَن يَقْتُلَ مُؤْمِنًا إِلَّا خَطَأً. If you kill a believer by mistake, you did not intend it to kill him. I was firing in the air or somewhere, it went and hurt somebody and he got killed. It was not my intention. It went by mistake. وَمَنْ قَتَلَ مُؤْمِنًا خَطَأً فَتَحْرِيرُ رَقَبَةٍ. Then you have to free one slave. If you can't do that, وَدِيَ مُسْلِمَةٌ إِلَىٰ أَهْلِهِ. Then you have to give again the blood money. إِلَّا أَن يَصَّدَّقُوا. You have to give charity. فَإِنْ كَانَ مِنْ قَوْمٍ عَدُوٍّ لَكُمْ وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ فَتَحْ. Again, if he's on the opposite side, then again you have to, like he was living in India, Muslim, mu'min, I killed by mistake. So again I have to free the slave. وَإِنْ كَانَ مِنْ قَوْمٍ بَيْنَكُمْ وَبَيْنَهُمْ. And if he's a person between you and among them, مِيثَاقٌ فِدْيَةٌ مُسَلَّمَةٌ إِلَىٰ أَهْلِهِ. Again you have to give fidya in any case, replacement, and you have to free the slave. فَمَنْ لَمْ يَجِدْ. And if you cannot find to do all this, فَصِيَامُ شَهْرَيْنِ مُتَتَابِعِينَ تَوْبَةً مِنَ اللَّهِ. Then you have to fast continuously without break, 2 months. You understand? The killer has to fast continuously for 4 months, or so 2 months. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلِيمًا حَكِيمًا. And Allah knows and wise. And وَمَنْ يَقْتُلُ مُؤْمِنًا مُتَعَمِّدًا. If you kill a believer by deliberately, فَجَزَاءُ جَهَنَّمْ. No fasting, nothing. It's Jazai Jahannam. Allah forgives that. He doesn't forget the person who kills a believer. Because there is in Surah Maida, it says if you kill a believer, it is like killing all mankind of the world. Physically, psychologically, I'm not saying physically. Jahannam khalidan fiha wa ghadiba Allahu alayhi wa la'nahu wa adda lahu adaban azima. And a curse on him, and ghazab means anger of Allah, and a lanat and the curse on him, and that's a dreadful punishment and a very severe punishment on the Day of Judgment. So only you can do by mistake. You have to fast for 2 months. So a non-believer also you have to give compensation, is always there. But you can't take vengeance and kill him back. That's very important factor. You cannot kill the person back. If somebody has killed my brother, I will not kill the person or the son. So in the Quran, Allah says this is qasas, and this is for you people of understanding. Ya al-albabi. That is life is that in qasas, or in this qasas, there is life for you, O people of understanding. Life means that it will stop. Otherwise the enmity goes on and on and on and on. There is no stoppage. So that is why Allah says that qasas, in qasas is life for you. In relationship you develop, there is life for you.
Thank you.